This is the Fantasy Football Dudes Podcast.
What up, my dudes? This is Trent. Welcome to the Fantasy Football Dudes Podcast. I'm joined by Phill, Jordan, and producer Seth. As always, if you want to see how hot it is in the hottest pod in the nation, go ahead and turn on YouTube. We got a link in the show notes. I am sweating like a dog in here next to Phill and Jordan. But week 4's in the books, guys. Good weekend, good Sunday plays. Jordan, how we doing on the prize picks and everything?
Prize picks wasn't great this week, but today was a weird day for me. It was a very strange day. Woke up in the morning, got some lineups in for the London game. Ended up winning that whole slate. Turning like $35, and there was not a big contest of the showdown, which is a little bit frustrating. But like turned like $35 and like over $800. So it was a good start to the day. I basically free rolled the main slate, and then I get all the lineups in for. And I haven't told you guys this yet, but like I got all the lineups in for the main slate. Get ready to go leave for church. I'm getting everything together, and I can't find my wallet. And I look everywhere. I put the clothes. I checked like the hamper. Like I was like actually starting to panic. Like I checked the phone, checked my credit card account to see if anything had been charged. Because I'm like, did I leave my wallet? I went and got food last night. Like, did I leave my wallet?
Where'd you get food? That's an important.
The Kingsburg Drive-In.
Okay.
And I'm like,
nice.
did I leave
good mozzarella sticks?
Yep.
Did I leave my wallet on the table? Because I like basketball shorts. I'm like, did it fall out? I was like seriously panicking. Like I wasn't.
You weren't able to get your picks in.
No, sure. No, I got everything. Have you ever had that feeling? It might be the worst
I
feeling
hate
in
it.
the
Worst
world.
feeling in the
No,
world.
but I also
Worst
lose my
feeling-
wallet all the time.
Worst feeling in the
Do
world
you
might
lose
be
it a lot?
that.
I'm pretty good.
I'm bad.
Pretty good.
I lose my wallet
Like
all the
the
time.
worst feeling in the world is like that's the first time I've ever been like, wow, I think I might have lost my wallet.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, I don't know what to do. So I go look in the
First
car.
time ever?
Like seriously, I think I lost my lost. Like I can't find it. I've looked everywhere in my apartment. I literally can't find it. And I'm like, crap, this is really gonna suck. Like, the first time I've ever had that panic feeling of like, wow, gotta cancel all the credit cards, like everything, And I go.
So far, you're overreacting a ton.
Yeah. I get the same
Oh, yeah.
feeling when
So I ended up going though.
Neighbors go
I'm like, well, I guess I'll just go to church. Like I can't do anything about it
Prayers
now.
up, basically.
And it was
dropped an IOU in the offering plate.
I found it in between the door and the seat. It had slid in between there.
Same basketball shorts thing.
Yeah. So ended up finding the wallet. Ended up.
So what was the point of that story?
I had I literally in 10 minutes I go from wow I
Highest
won
high.
I won I stripped the slate. Sunday's gonna be awesome too. I think I
Won
lost
the
my
$1 million,
wallet.
don't have anywhere to put it.
But
No,
Yeah.
when you said, I haven't told you guys this yet. I was like, maybe like you had to
Announcement?
find someone to get it. We're gonna have to cut that out probably. There's just a variety.
maybe in my mind it seemed it was the feeling was that panic feeling was definitely something. It was kind of a crazy.
The panic feeling was you probably felt a little bit, and I think I'm skipping the head though. The panic feeling is probably how DK Metcalf felt when he had to get carted away
That's
this afternoon.
It's probably exactly how he felt.
I'm way ahead of us right now, but
Is
that's
this
probably
your,
how
is
he
this your
felt.
diva of the week?
It's not my diva of the week. We were talking about it in the group chat, and then someone messaged us right on Twitter, and it was Justin.
Justin Heck.
Happy birthday to that guy! Shout out.
What's his birthday?
It was his birthday last week. I told him you should have let me know. I wouldn't have beat you so bad at in the league. But anyhow, his birthday's passed. Anyhow, he tweeted at us, said diva of the week, and I tend to have to agree. Like prepare. I'm never in a situation, thankfully, where I am like having to. Actually, that's not true. That's not true.
No. Yeah.
Here's
I remember you telling us a story about.
Here's a quick deal. I went to a all inclusive. It wasn't a party, but we'll call it a party for this. It had an In-N-Out truck and all you could eat In-N-Out.
That sounds like a disaster waiting to happen.
It was a disaster.
Sounds like an awesome disaster.
So
though.
it was an awesome
a totally
disaster.
worth it disaster.
Yeah, it was an awesome disaster.
Animal fries everywhere.
This is an embarrassing story. Anyways, awesome disaster. I have to go on I'm training for a half marathon, so I have to go on a 10-mile run I have to go on a 10-mile run. So I go on I'm 6 miles into this 10-mile run.
When did you have the In-N-Out burger?
The night before. I had
great idea.
I had 2 doubles, and then I had a bunch of fries. And it was,
for what it's worth, it's a different story than what I thought you were going to say. So you have 2 of these experiences.
So I have 2 of these experiences. So I'm 6 miles into a 10-mile run, and you look at me and you're like, man, that guy's more built for weightlifting rather than long distance running. And that's all right.
Or sumo wrestling.
I'm 6 miles into this run, and I basically have a DK Metcalf moment.
You got on a golf cart.
I couldn't run any further. I laid down on the sidewalk.
You pushed your body to its limit.
I laid down on a sidewalk in the middle of North Hollywood and called my wife to come pick me up.
Did you finish the race?
No, I was training for it. I
thought this was in the race.
No, I called my wife. I'm like, and there's these it's a wealthier area. It was actually Toluca Lake, and so which is kind of between.
Basically, the cops came and thought that you needed some help while you were laying there.
There were like people walking on a Saturday morning, just like, what is this guy doing laying down on the sidewalk? Then my wife gets there and picks me up and takes me back. It was so embarrassing. So to say, I can't throw shade at DK.
Did you go home, or did she take you somewhere else to like an establishment?
No, it was 6 miles away from my house.
It was 200 yards from his house.
I had just started my run.
Could not make it to the front door.
Oh man, that's an embarrassing.
My wife had to roll me in with a dolly. No, I'm just kidding.
So for me to make fun of DK Metcalf, I think is inappropriate.
Here's the problem, though.
I'm still picturing Phill on the sidewalk in the middle of LA.
The problem with this is this is the boy who cried
that's
wolf.
Pretty common now in LA, but this area of town, it's not common.
No, here's the deal. Just getting back on subject. We've all been in the crowd where we're like, NFL guys are faking their injury to stop the clock. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I feel like this is borderline like faking injury. They hauled him off in the cart.
So did you hear why he said he did it?
He said he had
apparently, though, like the bathrooms in that stadium are like the farthest away from the field than any other NFL stadium. Like it's like a legitimate like walk to the bathroom, and he was just like, I don't want to. It's gonna take too long. I'm just gonna get the cart. Yeah.
Well, what did he say? The clinching walk?
Honestly, the Lions might have won the game if they had just said, hey, man, walk yourself. You know what I mean? Like,
be strategic.
If I'm Detroit, I'm just saying, like, I'm Matt the cart guy. Like, someone should have flattened the tire, whatever, traffic jam. I don't know what you got to do. They should have made him walk.
I think that I think that is something, though, that the stadium should consider. Like, where are players going to, like, if they have to use a restroom in the middle of the game, like, that's nature, Like, they should have it be more accessible. And those pop-up tents are not doing it for anyone. Those things are weird.
I didn't know that.
You haven't seen those before?
Yeah, no.
The pop-up tents, but that's not where they use the restroom.
No, there have been some pop-up tents where you're allowed to use the restroom. You haven't seen those?
I don't know if you're allowed to. I think people just do it.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
but,
tomato, I guess.
Anyways, what about the double doink, Phill? Did you see that?
That's the second one this year, right?
I don't know if there's been another double doink though. The London game.
It hit the cross. Hit the upright and then hit the crossbar. It didn't go in though, did it?
It didn't go in.
No. Yeah, I did. I saw that. The best kicking thing. Sorry, we're gonna get into college football here real quick. But the best kicking onside kick that I've ever seen was Arkansas-Bama. That front part of that kicking crew cleaned house on the front side of Bama.
And the kicker's like backpedaling, waiting.
And he just waits to get the whole front line. Like they basically, the kicker. Sure, the kicker's gonna get all the glory, but it was ultimately the guys in the front line who just literally cleaned house on that return team. That was honestly the best thing I've seen all weekend. That was my favorite onside kick. Those 3 guys went down. It was boring.
It was boring.
It was awesome.
I love the NFL watermelon style onside kick. It's really taking off now, and it seems to be working a little bit better. Yeah. I think the onside kick percentages are actually going up a little bit. So, but anyways, that was this pod's taking a weird turn.
Yeah,
maybe for the better, maybe for the worse.
DK Metcalf's fault.
Yeah, exactly. And then we learned about a marathon you trained for.
Half marathon.
Any other things you guys kind of want to recap before we get into our dudes and duds and prize pick stuff? That you guys...
That Lions-Seahawks game was nuts.
Can we put the Lions on primetime TV? Like, come on. Goodell. Figure it out.
They're the most. They're the most loved. Take America's team away from the Cowboys. I think Detroit is America's team.
Well, they're fun because they're always going to be. And we talked about this before.
The games are a blast.
Yeah, because they're good at offense and they're bad at defense. And yeah, I mean, I wish I would have listened to myself and actually played that game in DFS.
I think I said that for what it's worth, but I'll let you.
Phil, we could say
that would be too smart of a thing for you to say.
No, the only reason he might have said it though is because it's Seahawks related.
I talked about the Seahawks. Seth and I both went back and forth and had some banter about the Seahawks, saying how good of a game it was going to be, on and on.
I told Trent to use Gino as a streamer.
You did say that.
Like 93 points. The Lions have the most points scored in the NFL, and they're 1-3. That just shows their offense is pretty high caliber, but their defense is just terrible.
That's crazy,
dude. That's insane.
Over 1,000 yards of offense in that game.
No, that was like, I want the Lions on Monday Night Football or whatever. Man, when was the last time Detroit had a Monday Night Football game? Maybe when Stafford and Calvin Johnson were there.
Yeah.
When was the last time the Jags had a Monday Night Football game?
It's been a long time.
It would be fun to see the Lions on Monday Night Football or Thursday night.
This week is going to really test the Lions' theory because they play the Patriots. So that's really going to test this Lions.
Like how electric their offense.
Oh no, they
how about like if their games are going to shoot out again, if every game's going to shoot out or not, because the Patriots, I don't know if they're going to have Brian Hoyer, maybe not Mac Jones, like Bailey Zappi, yeah, that's going to be interesting. That'll be really test that theory of every game is shootout with the Lions.
Well, they hate Matt Patricia, though, so they might just go after him. You know what I'm saying?
And another human interest story, did you see Belichick punt that ball?
I saw him go at the referee.
There was a ball that was thrown out of bounds, and you know how sometimes coaches from time to time will just grab the ball or catch it or whatever? Instead of doing that, he just full on kicks it. I don't think it bounced either. I think it was straight up in the air, just punts it out. Did you see that, Seth?
No. Are you sure it wasn't his son? They kind of look alike.
No, his son has a mullet. I'm pretty sure.
Belichick went nuts on the referee today.
Yeah, he did.
He went nuts.
So, the one guy I kind of like announcing is Greg Olsen. I don't feel like I hear him enough on TV. Maybe it's just because I watch so much Red Zone.
What game did he do today?
He was doing the Cowboys-Commanders game.
Yeah, I didn't watch much of that game at all.
The Commanders jerseys, I did not like the black unis. Especially when they're playing Dallas. I feel like that needs to be like a red and blue game. You know what I mean? It looked different. I thought I was watching like a Steelers alternate jersey. The names on the back looked funny. So I'm sorry if that makes you mad, Phil, because I know you probably love those jerseys. And I don't like the sticker on the front of the helmet. I don't know.
I was looking up the Belichick kick thing. I didn't hear what you were talking about. What are you?
I don't like the Commanders black jerseys.
Oh, I like all the Commanders unis. I actually think they're pretty sweet. Getting a little free advertising there for.
You're also like a 12-year-old. So.
Just shut that off. We're trying to get some code. We're trying to get it. Oh, there we go. There we go.
Pumpkin patch on the YouTube behind us. Check that out on the show notes. But today's, you guys want to jump into our divas? Divas of the week.
Yeah, mine was DK. Can we count that one?
Yeah, but we'll give you that. So today's Divas of the Week are brought to you by Prize Picks. Prize Picks is daily fantasy made easy. You pick 2 to 5 players and over-under on their projection score, and you can win up to 10 times entry. It's just you versus the projected numbers. Promo code DUDES. So my Diva of the Week, it's a little different. You know what? And I think actually everyone's going to agree with this. It's fall weddings. I had a fall wedding this weekend, and that's what I'm going against is fall weddings. And then this was the topper of it. Fall weddings with no cell service. So it was just absolutely terrible. For one, I missed the Kingsburg Vikings play on Friday, and that's hard for me to do. Luckily, I was able to listen to it on the radio with Paul Metters, so that was nice.
Shout out.
2, I didn't know my Fresno State Bulldogs lost till 10 o'clock on Saturday night, and I just wanted to curl up in a ball and cry.
Or a bowl of cereal or something.
It would have made the wedding even worse though if I'd have known the Bulldogs lost.
No, it was better off you not.
Okay,
knowing.
And if you want to know more about the Bulldogs, go to our friends over at Beware Bulldogs podcast, the dude's favorite place to get our recaps and previews of the Fresno State football schedule. But yeah, so it was absolutely terrible. couldn't check any college football, couldn't check my prize picks.
So you had to be present with your family.
I had to be present. I had to actually talk to people, act like I like them, all kinds of stuff. So, yeah, fall weddings are bad enough. You can't watch any college football, but then you do the thing where there's no cell phone service at the venue. It was terrible. It felt like it was like 1993, except I was 30 years old, not one, so.
Yeah. So are you more of like a spring summer wedding guy, or when's your...
To be fair,
you got married late or early summer, late spring.
Yeah, I think it was sometime in May.
Yeah,
but I'm gonna have to look at my
sometime
calendar.
in May.
But anyways,
he's getting nervous. Man.
Yeah.
Let's go.
So, and honestly, if looking at the schedule, like I have another fall wedding, in October, and the guy said, "Sorry, I haven't checked the dog schedule. I don't know who they're playing that week." If I would have said like, "Hey, dog schedule a game to pick," it would have been this one when they're playing UConn, and thankfully I didn't have to live through that. I just found out a couple hours later and just messed with my sleep schedule. But
Jordy was snippy too.
Yeah, he was. Well, yeah, I didn't get any of those texts.
He went at me.
I didn't get any of those texts till late at night, and I wanted to go at you too, Phil. But anyways, for totally different reasons. But I think everyone can agree, at least all the dudes out there can agree, fall weddings, they need to stop.
I for one like a fall wedding, but
for weather, they're kind of nice.
Thank you, Seth.
For weather, but for true on Saturdays, it's like I kind of want to watch.
Now, hey, I will say this: if you had a Sunday fall wedding, that is extremely that's unacceptable.
Not thoughtful.
I mean, a Saturday wedding is like...
Trent, what made yours worse, in fairness to you, was...
The cell service was the topper that
you were
made
out
it
of town.
worse.
It was an out-of-town wedding for you. If that wedding's in town, you get to do your normal thing the whole day.
And if my wife wasn't in the wedding, so I'm going after family, so yeah, it's personal. So anyways, but yeah, so... I actually had to be there for most of the day. You know what I'm saying? Like from 12 o'clock to 10 o'clock at night. So
yeah, sometimes when you speaking of marriages, when you take the marriage vow, generally speaking, this is all included in that. I would just say
I know it's hard to remember that though.
Yeah, it is. You're right. This far out,
you don't want to remember it.
I only like to remember the things I want to, Phil.
Because you're 5 years into it.
We've been married 3 good years, but we've been married 5 years. Luckily, my wife doesn't listen to this podcast. But Jordan, what's your diva of the week?
Oh man, I really didn't have one, but you know what? You see, I don't know if this will resonate with a lot of people. It's something that's resonated with me. I kind of complained about it in our group text yesterday. College football and their injury reporting is really bad, and it's
really bad.
Yesterday, PJ Fleck, the guy has done some neat things, but he's Mo Ibrahim. You guys all know Mo Ibrahim on Minnesota.
Mo money, Mo problem.
Not personally, but I
I paid for him in my DFS college NCAA lineups yesterday, and I was in some big. I'd want some tickets to some big qualifiers, and so more money than I usually play, and so I was like, okay, I gotta have a good. Anyways, pay up for this guy. He's in a really good spot. They're doing an interview with PJ Fleck before the game on ESPN. He's talking about how great of a player Ibrahim is, just talking glowingly about him. He doesn't play the whole game. And at halftime, PJ Fleck's oh yeah, he's hurt. Doctors didn't clear him. I don't know. Maybe I'm off base here, but I feel like that's
Let's just worry about player safety, Jordan. How about that for a change?
Yeah, player safety. Just tell me if he's gonna play or not.
That's what I was. I actually
just tell
thought
me
I was
if he's
gonna be.
play
I
or
thought
not.
that was gonna be Jordy's diva.
No,
he was so fired
my
up at
diva
the Tua
is just
stuff. At the Tua stuff, weren't you pretty fired up over the Tua stuff?
What about Tua stuff?
When Trent said player safety on Thursday, you were rapid firing texts at how disappointed you were in the.
I just don't.
You're this never would have happened in the Jaguars organization.
Yeah,
I didn't
with Urban Meyer.
No, you didn't sit with Urban Meyer.
Urban Meyer. Never mind. I'm not going there.
I just
their concussions have been from kicking, probably.
Yeah, he would have kicked somebody in warm-ups and gave him a concussion.
The fact that
Urban Meyer to Nebraska, baby. Let's go Big Red. Hey, we had Fantasy Burner. This guy definitely has a Twitter burner for fantasy football. That's highly encouraged. But he said, TFF dudes, thought of my diva. Glass of water in a restaurant should never be default with a slice of lemon in it. I don't need it to taste like dish soap. Think Big Lemon is pushing this nonsense.
Oh, that's such a good one. I wish I would have had that one as one of mine in the past few weeks. The worst thing is when you're at the table and everyone else is like, yeah, we'll take waters. And then one person's like, yeah, I can take a lemon with my water. And they bring out all the waters with lemon. And it's like, I didn't ask for water with lemon. Only one person asked for water with lemon.
Yeah.
Seth, what's your take on lemons and water?
I actually like lemons in my water, but I would understand if I don't want something in my drink, why would you put it in my drink?
Yeah.
I think everyone should put cherries in water. You know what I mean? I love a cherry in my soda. Why not cherries in water?
Like flavor or just
no,
like
just
a
a cherry. Like
cherry?
those canned cherries are good.
The maraschinos?
Yeah, those are good.
I don't know about in water, though.
Yeah, I don't know how much flavoring that would offer.
I like lemons in my tea, and that's about it.
Do you like lemon LaCroix?
Yeah.
Jordan, do you like
I don't really like lemon.
anything?
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, here's the thing. I don't really like I one way or the other doesn't really matter to me.
Do you know where lemons in water started?
I'm sure you're going to tell me.
Top Golf.
I legitimately was like,
flip this table right now.
I legitimately thought you were gonna have a good thought about history. And Jordan, being a teacher, I thought he was gonna know.
No,
I was very intrigued with where Trent was going.
Yeah, I know.
I'm sorry. Anyways, so
I mean, I think it's probably more of a digestive thing. Like, lemon offers some.
Makes my tummy feel good.
No, it offers some level of like acid that probably kills some bad things in water. So I would imagine to some extent that's probably where it started. I'm sure
I highly doubt it.
So no, that's why they used to put wine in water so they would be able to drink.
Yeah, wine and lemon, so similar.
Lemon has a lot of like people will use lemon. I don't know if you, I doubt you clean in your home at all, Seth, just for what it's worth, just based on that response. But there's a lot of lemons in cleaning products because it has
I think they like the smell.
No, it's because it has some base of yes.
Well, I didn't know this was Pioneer Woman Cleaning Podcast, but for those of you that want to hear about football, Jordan,
Diva of the week, Phill, because he cleans his house.
Yeah, I'm looking up. So benefits.
Okay,
here's just some 6 ways your body benefits from lemon water.
This pod is going in a weird direction right now.
Promotes hydration. Good source of vitamin C. May support weight loss. I'm looking at the 2 guys on the other side of the table.
Look at the mirror, Phill.
Easy alternative
watch
to sugary
your selfie
drinks.
cam on your computer.
Citric acid helps prevent kidney stones. So I don't know. Acid also kills germs, Seth, just for what it's worth. May aid in digestion. And then no, the problem with this article, how to make lemon water. It's like
Hey, this is way off tracks. Jordan, give me some Prize Pick plays for Monday Night Football before I don't know. This is all roads lead back to DK Metcalf, I'm afraid.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not seeing a whole lot. Have you guys
Like, what's the Cooper Cup line?
93.5?
That's a lot. Not maybe for Cooper Cup, but I just don't really trust Matthew Stafford. Any rushing props in this game? Rushing plays?
Cooper Cup 8 receptions. That just seems high. Like the 8's high.
Do they have targets on there?
All right, hold on. Let me get back here.
No target.
Why is lemon used in cleaning products?
My God.
The citric acid in lemons is antibacterial and antiseptic, which means that lemons can kill bacteria,
cut all this out?
remove
Can we edit all
mold
this out?
and mildew, and even, if done properly, remove rust. So
Right there
I
from
need an
Wikipedia.
apology. Seth, I need an apology.
This has been another episode of the Fantasy Football Dudes podcast. Remember to rate, review, and follow. For more information, go to www.thefantasyfootballdudes.com. And remember, we are sorry for absolutely nothing.